Thanks for asking the questions and submitting the questions. Some of them are insane, but we will try to get through most of them. Some of them are not getting answered. But the first one we got here is Monkey McPutt, our friend. What was going on in that John Dixon part you recently posted for OJ Wheels where he was skating with a bloody ass cheek? That is a funny story. I don't think at the time John didn't really have like much really. So he just had these like shitty pair of pants. You try to give him like other ones there. But he just like had his ass cheek was blown out in the actual jeans itself, and pretty much every session he'd blow through a pair of boxer shorts, you know. But that session, dude, he was like nollie backside flip, just every stick was just slide on that same ass cheek until it was like no boxer shorts were in sight. Actually, where the hell? You should imagine there'd be more boxer shorts on the ground, like, you know what I mean? But yeah, dude, he fucking just, I swear sometimes that dude just like likes to punish himself. So he was like, yeah, just would not give up. And dude, his ass cheek, like the next couple days, he'd still try to skate, put new boxers on, sleep to just like stick. And I'll tell you what, the aftermath of that session with that bloody ass cheek, that dude was like, had to finally bandage it, had to finally like treat the wound and like take a couple days off, you know. But that's my fucking boy, dude. He's like my little brother. Next question. Do you still have the footage of the Nick Dompier attempting backside noseball on Oceanside? I probably do, dude. I know he was in town, and kind of anytime anyone like skates Oceanside Hub, I'll get the call, luckily, which is really fun because you get to like actually go see the shit go down and be on the session, and random people will come through town that I don't get to see that often. But that day he kickle crooked at second try, and it was like so easy for him. It was crazy. It was almost like boredom. He like started trying back nose once and was like so close to him, and we were maybe there for like 20 minutes at that time, like, which now we like session that thing for hours, dude. Like we're like hanging out there like 4 hours drinking beers and shit. But he started trying to back nose once, and the cops came, and he was so close, he almost doing it, that I think they just assumed he would like come back and do it, so it got ran as a cover. And
did he go back more times, or was that like the only time?
Not that I know of. I think that was like when Nick kind of like was transitioning, as far as like he had some things going on in his life that were deeper than skateboarding. So I don't think he ever went back. But dude, he could do that no problem. That's like his shit, dude. It looked so easy for him. Oh my God. Tell us about the time he threw up right into Colin Provost's face. Colin loves to tell the story more than me, but I also enjoy it. But we were like at the bar, I think might have been a Blood Wizard premiere or something, and he like wanted to take a shot. I told him like, he's like, I'll buy you a shot, take a shot with me. I'm like, honestly, if I take a shot, I'm going to throw up. And I told him that. I was like, I know for a fact, I can tell right now I'll throw up if I take a shot. And sure enough, took the shot. I'm trying to hold it back. He's like laughing in my face, like, you gonna throw up? And I threw up on him. Right mid-sentence, like he's like laughing at it. And as that's happening, this chick like taps him on the shoulder, like mid throw up scene. She like gives him a hug to say what's up. She's like, why are you all wet? I was like, oh, it's Lenny's throw up. Like, she's like, what? It's like, yep. How many times did Milton try that gap to nose grind? He lip slid for his demolition part. I could be wrong, but I'd say probably that maybe 9 or 10. Yeah, dude, like the one that he like slams on that like people have seen or whatever, like that was the last and final try. Like he just like, he had tried like 2 beforehand that he actually like tried the nose grind. But like if you go to that spot, like the rail, like it makes sense for a lip slide, but the rail kind of like, it curves or bends out to the right. So inward to your like, it's like a bowl corner kind of. So like when he would get down to the bottom and like precisely try to put the truck there, it kind of just like forced the board out, you know? So that was the only one that kind of like stuck to the grind, and he, you know, it's just like Hail Mary, stick it and die pretty much.
Does he still want to do it?
Oh yeah, he wants to go back. Fuck me too. Like I don't see the point of him trying it again, but he wants it. So it's like, cause like, dude, that thing just tears you apart. Like every try, if you're not dude, your like feet are destroyed. He already has terrible ankles, like, so every try is just this explosion of like everything in your fucking legs, you know. We all know what can happen at that spot if it doesn't work. But big respect for Gabbers for fucking taking that digger. That shit ain't free, for sure. We were kids, we'd go and obviously look at the double set because Jamie had tried it and Chris Lambert had made it. We had talked about like, oh, Heath could fucking gap lip slide this thing for sure, you know. Just like, but no way were we even thinking about like any of our crew could physically, you know, whatever. I think the one person before that ever had even voiced like they would want it, because I lived at one point like on that same street, like a block away, so we'd skate up there and shit. But Dixon at one point voiced that he wanted to gap grind it. And I was like, dude, why would you ever try to gap grind it? Like, so much more precision to get the trucks on. Like, you should just gap lip it if you want to try anything. He's like, nah, gap grind. I'm like, fuck that, dude. Like,
He actually mentioned that.
Dixon claimed it. Not really, but he did definitely claim it at one point where he's like, it's doable. Definitely never did it, and maybe he doesn't even remember that, but he did claim it. And I remember being like, fuck, should we try to like get this dude fucking actually try it? Like, can we? Will he? Yeah, Milton fucking handled that thing like no one I've ever seen before. There was like nothing for him. One ollie stick, one like lock in, lip slide, run out, and then second lip slide attempt, he landed it. It was like so easy. But that day he wanted to try the nose grind, and we were working on that demolition part, and I was like, dude, he was mad at me because I was like, dude, you can't. He's like, I'll try nose grind. I'm like, no, dude, no, we just got away with this for like pretty much free, and we have so much more to accomplish to finish this part. Like, I just don't want him to get hurt. But yeah, we got back to the car, and he had already like rolled a joint and shit, and he was like, fuck you, you did not let me try the nose grind. I could have done it. And I'm like, dude, just clear jets, like lip slides in the bag, dude. Hey Lannie, what was the pressure like editing a Zero video considering Jamie's militant persona? But most importantly, would you rather be out a marble or poop out a softball? Is that a softball? Oh man, that's a softball. Fuck. More importantly. Whoever wrote that's fucking genius. Softball, dude. Fucking definitely have shit out of my ass more than I've put anything out of my fucking dick. A marble sounds terrible. I swear I've seen people shit bigger than that anyways. It's gotta work. It says worst/best roommate on trips. Why? I don't have a worst. Not one that I would say. Colin Provost is definitely my favorite roommate for sure. But there definitely are times in my life where he's my worst roommate too. It's like best and worst, but mainly we'd say 95% best and then like 5% worst. Because the dude is fucking full on at all times. Like, all cylinders are running, full speed ahead, throttles all the way open. He doesn't sit still. Like, he loves to party, he loves to skate, he loves to talk. He doesn't have like quiet time, you know, like, so at any time, like, you know, sometimes on the trip you're like beat up, you know, like you're trying to chill and he's not trying to chill, you know. He wakes up first, goes to bed last. Yeah, I guess best roommate's Colin. Sometimes he's the worst. That's it. Current setup. Anything I can get, pretty much. Always a creature board, always a pair of indies, always OJs, always Bronson. I kind of work for NHS, so I got all that stuff. But I like a good 55 wheel wider. I have a pair of soft filmer wheels just like in my camera bag, so I'll like switch the wheels off. I will not like skate with a pair of filmer wheels, like no way. Like,
But to film.
but yeah, if I have to like cool down the audio, I will throw those on, you know. But all those dudes that fucking ride regular wheels and you film, what are you doing? I get so much footage sent to me, like, that I have to edit that I didn't film. And you can totally tell when the dude didn't use fucking filmer wheels. You're like, come on, dude, how hard was it just to change the fucking wheels for a second? Or have a extra board in the car that's just made for filming. It's like, you're getting lazy. What's an awesome / crazy story from filming demolition? And there's a bunch. What the hell is that? We got some twigs in the drink, boys. Fuck. Awesome story. Milton moved to Oceanside. That's the awesome story I got. That's probably the most awesome thing that came out of that. We got Milton in our backyard. Favorite coffee to get from Steel Mill? The Bone Tomahawk. Ask for it from Little C or Shay. I don't think it's on the menu, but ask for the bone tomahawk. What made you guys decide to start a coffee shop? So one of my business partners, Shay Cooper, he grew up in a coffee shop. His dad owned a coffee shop in Boise, Idaho. We were going to a coffee shop. We were going to multiple coffee shops in Oceanside, and we just kind of like, I don't know, we wanted our own place to hang out. That was like our shit. And he would always hype up coffee and shit. And like, I mean, personally, I was just getting coffee that's where we'd meet up in the morning with your friends, you know, get a cup of coffee. So me and Riley and Shay, and at the time, I think BB Bastidas, we were all just discussing how it'd be cool to like have our own spot. Took like about 5 years to find a location because we have 2 coffee shops that are, I mean, the best ones in my opinion, Oceanside, The Cup and Captain's Ground. And so our hardest thing was trying to find a location that wouldn't be too close to their location so that we could, you know, not step on anybody's toes because those places are my good friends, you know. And so yeah, I think we just want a place to hang out. A bar seemed like too much work.
Like a social club.
Yeah, we just want a place for us to fucking kick it, you know? A place where we belong. Thug Mansion. Come on. Favorite trick to do? Frontside Smith grind. Just on transition. It's pretty fun. Favorite trick filmed. I don't know if favorite trick I've ever filmed or favorite trick I've filmed. I think my favorite trick I personally filmed of somebody is this line Figgy did in Stay Gold in Vista. It's like a flat bar at the top. Front tail, switchback heel, and then nose grind. It's like a 16 stair rail. Yeah, and it's like this like weird like kind of like triangle apartment rail where it's square, but it like bevels to the top. So you like, yeah, I don't even know. It seemed like the most terrible rail, but it was, I don't know. That line was sick. And funny story about that is because of my dumbass, Figgy had to nose grind that thing 3 times. Not in the line, but he had to nose grind it once in the line day. We filmed one long lens. Somehow I fucked up. Still haven't learned, obviously, because I've filmed nose grinds from the wrong side. But if you film a fucking frontside nose grind from the face shot way, it like blends where it's like, it looks like a 50-50 if you film it wrong because it doesn't get that gap unless you shoot it like straight on or from the butt shot side. So he filmed it that day in that line really easy. I think he did it like second nose grind. Then he filmed one long lens and I botched it, and Miner called Figgy and was like, yeah, Lannie botched it, you have to do it again. He did it for the 3rd time and I didn't catch the memo. I didn't get like fucking details of why I botched it. So I went and refilmed it the exact same way, and Figgy got destroyed that day. It was just was getting so worked on it, and they ended up using the very first one. Anyways, even after we tried to reattempt to film it right, I didn't do it right, and I'm sorry, Figgy, for that. I'm still bummed about that, but yes, that line is one of my favorite tricks I ever filmed. Hey Lannie, hope all is well. You were caught up in the whole Hoffart versus Provost beef. How do you feel about it now? How I feel about it now? If I had it any other way, I would have not added Hoffart to the group text we had. That was not that funny, and other than that, we got ours, we went and skated. It is what it is.
Who did it first?
It's still up for debate. The way I heard it, and this could be wrong, the way I heard it, Colin wanted to try it. I think he had a gnarly shoulder surgery. He was out for 8 months, and that was like his first trick back to skating. The way I heard it, Jordan was trying to late shove at it. The way I heard it is Jordan knew that Colin did it, so he went and did it after. But who knows if that's the case? I'm not sure. Regardless, they both did it, and whoever did it first, who cares? They both did fucking killer frontside flips. That spot's no joke. But I think what became of it was that the contest with it being like the world's craziest frontside flip was like, okay, well, we have an entry. It's the same exact trick. So Colin was bummed because we had nowhere to use it and he didn't want to go to waste. And then like we went to one of our buddies' weddings in Long Beach and we were all drunk the next morning and we're like, oh, let's just fucking enter it. And so we all entered it, and then like this group text started of like, hey, everyone enter it, to like just take the piss out of it, you know, like we're having fun. Somehow the fucking group text thing happened and it just got a little bit muddy where people were talking shit, and that part wasn't that cool. I remember getting like the text coming through, I was like, ugh, what'd I just do? This is lame. Like Jordan's a good dude, I like Jordan. I wish that didn't happen that way, but it is what it is. Jordan rules, big fan. My bad. Yeah, I mean, shit, I haven't seen Jordan in a while. Hopefully we're still cool. If not, I understand. Nicest thing Provost has provided for you. He provides a lot. He is the provider. For me, like, I'll be like stuck at like say on a trip, I'm just stuck filming and I had to stay in that same space. He's always very aware to the situation, like to the fact that like, if he's got a beer, I need a beer. If he's going to go get a burrito, I need a burrito because I can't move. He provides, man. Definitely every time he cracks a beer, I got a beer in front of me. That's very nice. That was a nice thing. Who is more nerve-wracking to film with, Tommy Sandoval or Dane Berman? Fuck, I think they're equally as nerve-wracking. Tommy's like way less like predictable, I'd say. Dane knows what he's doing. He's a smart kid. I'd say before Milton, those two were like definitely like the craziest dudes I ever filmed with, where you just like, whoa, these guys are fucked, you know, like, and it didn't even seem like it was that gnarly when they were trying it because they weren't that fucking afraid. That, I guess, would be like the most nerve-wracking part, is like they're both down to do some really scary shit, but it's not that like, doesn't seem like they're that scared. Most underrated Oceanside skater from your generation is definitely Michael Prince. He didn't get the love I think that he could have got. He's definitely highly rated in Oceanside, but I think like the general skateboarding population knows who he is, you know? Yeah, I think him and Danny Scher. Danny Scher is and was a very sick skater. He had some shine, but I just don't think it got like the traction that it deserved, you know? For sure, for mainstream skating or whatever you want to fucking call it. Wow. How did Bobby Long get his nickname? There was a point in Bob's life where he was like super into reggae and just like, you know, when you're the new kid to weed, just like start fucking smoking joints and you're just like, Rastafari. just into, that's all he listened to. And he was just blaring fucking reggae in his room. And I remember a song, I forget the song, but there was a song that I knew and I knew the lyrics to, which was definitely rare for a reggae song for me. And I heard him like sing there. One of the lyrics is something about Babylon, and he thought he's like, who's this Bobby Long guy they're talking about? And I was like, the fuck are you talking about? So we were all like kind of taking the piss out of him, like talking shit, like letting him keep going on with it. He's like, yeah, dude, all these songs, they talk about Bobby Long. Like, who is Bobby Long? I'm like, bro, they're saying Babylon, first off. Whatever, we were just making fun of him a bunch, like all day long, like, yeah, dude, Bobby Long. And so then it just turned into like us saying it enough. We just started calling him Bobby Long, and then it turned into like Bobby. Actually, I have a fucking Bobby tattoo, and it's not even my brother's name. It's on my heart. It's not even a real person.
Wait, his name is not actually Bobby?
No, his name's Troye. His name is not even Bobby. Camera setup is, right now I just have a GH5 to like shoot fisheye and that kind of stuff. Then I have like this Panasonic, I think it's a DVX 200, but it's like a big like 4K, like kind of pretty much HPX, but the thing's badass. I would highly recommend that setup if you are on a budget, because I will not be buying a Red. I honestly like what I use, but I wish I would never sold my VX just to like, yeah, there was one point where I was a little hard up on cash, let's say that. And I had to sell my VX, and I wish I never did, but not because I want to use it necessarily, but I just wish I had it just to like throw on the mantle. Yeah. Do people ever tell you how similar your name looks to the porn star? Yes, they do. It was funny because, I mean, I've watched this person's porn. I think everybody has. Yeah, I remember the first time I saw like her name, I was like, whoa, she spells it right. Because commonly people don't spell Rhoades the same way that we spell it. My grandma always said like we use all the vowels, but it's like usually either an E's not there or an A's not there. I remember being like, damn, Lannie Rhoades, crazy. Wonder if we're related. Would be kind of weird watching this now. But I just had this like guest wheel for OJ. The funniest thing I saw when like they released it or whatever, like they did like a Instagram post of the wheel, and I think it just says Rhoades, or it might say, I don't know, it says Lannie Rhoades, but like Rhoades is bigger. And there was like 2 separate comments for like, one of the comments was like, wait, is this a wheel for the porn star? Just don't even read the fucking Lannie part. It's like L-A-N-N Rhoades. Yeah, love that one. So yes, that does happen. Would you go on the 9 Club if they asked? It'd be cool to hear some longer stories of your history in skateboarding. I'd be down to go on 9 Club just to see Roger and Chris and those guys, but I don't know if I could sit there for that long. Roger's out of the show? Isn't it his show? Well, no, then now I don't want to be on the 9 Club because Roger's not there. No, I mean, fuck, I'd just be stoked to go see me and Roger had when I worked for audio, me and Roger were going on trips together. I was just a little shithead, and Chris was on the trips too. So I'd be down to go see them at the 9 Club experience and then be like, whoa, can't do the interview. Because I don't know if I could sit there that long, and I'd probably say some dumb shit. Bugsy Tootsie. I wish we could ask all these guys what their meaning for their names were, or inspiration. Bugsy Tootsie digs my editing skills. Thank you. What are some songs that were originally going to be used in Cold War, but you had trouble getting the rights to? I think the only one that I was bummed on that I can recall, but I really wanted to use this Boulder Dam song, Dead Meat, and I had it edited for Tommy's part, and it was so badass. And actually, now that I remember, that part transitioned at the time as the last part in the video, so the part transitioned to a credit song, a Dead Moon song I've always wanted to use for credits. Or no, we did use a Dead Moon song, and I wanted to use an Ultimate Spinach song, Mind Flowers, for the credit song, and ultimately both those songs didn't get approved, mainly because I think Jamie wanted to use a Dead Moon song somewhere in there, and he's like, this is the credit song. I'm like, fuck, dude, this one's pretty good though. But yeah, those 2 songs got ixnay, but other than that, I think nothing was really set in stone in my mind besides those 2. Everything else, there was definitely song changes, but it wasn't
It was early on.
It was early on, and I didn't really care. I just really always wanted to use the Boulder Dam song, and there was never a part that was heavy enough for it, and Tommy's was definitely heavy enough for it, and it was working, and it was I was so bummed out we couldn't use that one. But ultimately, the song that we did get to use was, in my opinion, better. I did not see that one being as good as it was. That's still one of my favorite parts. Even though I edited it, I can still watch it and listen to that song, and such a good song, good part. Do you prefer VX over HD? Why or not? I prefer HD over VX. Maybe people are gonna be bummed on that answer, but I fucking hated VX, man. Love the goddamn the fisheye. Love the camera, but now working with logging tapes, shit would you'd glitch, lose clips multiple times. There's definitely some things that HD suck for, but overall, I think HD's, the pros definitely outweigh the cons. But I also enjoyed, to be honest, the dudes that keep the VX shit alive. It's just for me personally, with everything I got going on, there's no way I could do that. But when I do see an all VX part or video, or dudes that are just constantly passionate about only using them, that shit's badass. For me personally, it's just a lot of work. Gnarliest trick you missed on film? Fuck, there's probably a bunch. I mean, the most recent trick I've missed that I can remember was this ollie Milton did that I was so stoked on to film. I was so stoked to film it. But yeah, the brick banks, I think it's in Skate 2 and shit, or one of the video games. But I never been to that spot, always wanted to go. Been seeing it forever, finally made it. Milton had this psycho route into this transfer, come down the hill, hit this hip bank, over this bench into this other bank. Big ass fucking ollie, getting towed downhill by one of the homies that was showing us around. The reason I missed it is because I was trying to help this other guy that didn't know how to use a fucking camera. As we're filming it, Zared Bassett rolls up. We're at his spot. I'm just fanboy, yes. And I look back, and Milton's just fucking doing the ollie. And no one filmed it besides Simon Bannerot had a shitty old point and shoot, and that was the only angle when I asked Milton to redo it. Yeah, he did it, and I missed it. I had a sick angle. This dude, he didn't film it because I was setting up his camera, so we both missed it. And Simon's dude, I got it. He's got this old ass point and shoot, killing it. In Milton's head, he's it's good enough. He's got it. Dude, can you just try one more? He's I don't do this shit for the cameras. I do this for skateboarding. And what? If I try it again, I get hurt? It's your fault. You don't want that. Next spot. I'm wasn't the gnarliest trick I missed probably, but that was a bummer. I was bummed on that one. Luckily, Simon got it. We used it, made it work. 240 fucking resolution or something. Like, killed it. Yeah, Simon. This one's funny, and I wonder who this is. Chris Sen's girlfriend is a great fucking name. I don't know the joke or what the reference is. Your icon, is that actually Chris Sen's girlfriend at one point in life? I don't even know. But fuck, marry, kill Brockman, Tosh Rice, Forrest Edwards. Gnarly. Marry Brockman, fuck Tosh Rice, kill Forrest Edwards. There's no rhyme or reason for that. I don't know what the... Who asked that question? I don't even really know Forrest. Why has Ben Hatchell's part in Cold War ceased to exist? I don't know where you're watching the video, but it's in there. For certain. I edited it. It's there. It's fucking sick. The dude's gnarly. Fun fact, he did the Gap Nose Blunt before CJ that just came out. CJ, check your resume, dude. Already been done, dude. Filmed it. CJ, get on your old videos, dude. I wonder what the first video CJ's ever watched is. Favorite Always Sunny episode? Fucking... I'm gonna make this snappy because I could go for days, but probably The Gang Goes to Jersey Shore. That one's funny. I don't know why that one cracks me up all the time, especially when Charlie's like, he's all, what's over there? No, that's Europe. And he's like, looks at it like, don't swim to Europe.
What's on the other side of it there?
Europe.
Yeah.
Now, how long would it take?
Do
not try and swim to Europe.
No, don't swim to Europe.
Do not.
That show rips. I watch it. I've been watching it for like that's my like anxiety tool. I'll like be so hungover, and the only thing that like keeps me fucking sane is like turn that on and just laugh. Kush. How do you pronounce that? Kush or Kush? Craziest trick I've filmed that didn't make a vid. For the most part, they all kind of make it, especially if they're like really crazy. Yeah, I don't know. The most recent, I'm just gonna go with most recent because I have the fucking worst memory because I drink a bunch. But there's a sick rail in Oceanside that like we always wanted to skate, but it was pretty gnarly. And Figgy 5-0'd this fucking 16 that sucks ass down the street. It didn't make it into Baker 4, and I remember like thinking about it because I had a friend in town. We're driving by, and I was like, "Oh yeah, Figgy 5-0'd that," and he's like, "What? In what? In what?" And he's like full skate nerd, and he's like, "In what?" I'd never seen that. I'm like, oh shit, that didn't get used. So I called Figgy like, hey dude, that fucking 5-0 didn't get used, bro. You gotta get it in the next vid. So we put it back on the radar. You guys will see it soon. So it'll make the vid, dude. But yeah, I don't know. Pizza flip to fakie. What's a pizza flip? Like this, I don't know what that is, but I like it. What's the craziest trick the chief has made someone refilm? I do remember one time, it wasn't refilmed, but I do remember Jamie like a really gnarly grind, and Jamie is like smart and he wasn't wrong, particular, but he was like, yeah dude, like the tan Sony grind this rail, and it was like super like he's like rebalancing, so he just like has like his ass out and just looked kind of mob sort of, but it was like the gnarliest grind, and Jamie's like, dude, you sure you're not gonna do that again? And tan Sony's like, what? No, I'm not doing that again. He's like, should I do it again? Like the way you fucking stood up on that, he's like, I'd do it again, and tan Sony was like already partying, like fuck, I'm not doing that again. I remember like thinking like Jamie was right and tan Sony was right, like they both had like their valid arguments, but like yeah, Jamie just, I mean, most fucking memorable thing of all time is Jamie wanting to redo the fucking 5-0 that he did perfectly like one more time. He just fucking got away with fucking murder, dude. Favorite Sabbath record? Everyone just like wants you to answer like what you think what you're gonna say.
Like Volume 4.
Yeah, like Volume 4, dude, for sure. Listen to it. You guys see the t-shirts? But I would say, I mean, fuck. Yeah, Volume 4. Fuck. It's like they knew you're gonna answer that. But yeah, that is my favorite for sure. Damn it! Oh my god, Dipsmith. I'm really interested to fucking figure out who you are. You have some crazy... This has to be the homie. At the bottom, he says Loretta Forever. Dipsmith, reveal yourself. Who are you? Wait, he has one post?
Yeah. It's like,
oh, so he just made this.
Yeah.
Dip Smith made an account to ask me some very personal questions here. Anyways, I'll start off with a softball question. Is it true Anthony Schultz took a shit so big that he had to cut it with a knife? I think it wasn't just one time, but multiple times. From when Schultz first started coming around, Schultz, I hope you're not bummed on this. We're going tell all right now, bro. The story I think that they're referring to, we were staying at Pip's house in Vegas on a skate trip, and there was rumors beforehand Schultz would take like such big dumps that they wouldn't actually fit down the actual pipe. So they had like cutlery, like plastic cutlery to like cut his shits to get them to go down the toilet. But there was the one occasion where he was like freaked out because we're staying at our buddy's dad's house in Vegas and we're like young kids, and he was like, dude, the shit won't go down. And I remember like seeing the actual size of his shit. I'm like, oh my God, it was like a Nerf ball, like a Nerf football. Like it was insane. I'm like, how the hell? Like he could get the softball out, no problem. Softball's coming out, no problem. But yeah, he like had to like cut it. We're all just like would make fun of it and shit. It's like, dude, how the fuck? I don't know, big shits. I wonder what his fucking diet was at the time. Like, good Lord. Please explain why gimmicks are sick. Damn, who is this? That's crazy. My Prince, he would just always say gimmicks are sick. I don't know why gimmicks turned into being sick or where he wanted to start saying that, but he would just be like, gimmicks are sick, and like we'd always be like the gimmick of it and the gimmick of it. But I ended up getting it tatted, and fun fact, Prince's ashes were in the ink for this tattoo. One of my worst done tattoos, but one of my favorite ones. Gimmicks are sick. Can you tell the story of waking up and seeing Phelps bombing the hill in front of the hotel in Brazil? Dude, I don't know who this could fucking be. Because I only told that story to like a couple people, but I would, yeah, so we first hotel in Sao Paulo? I don't even know. And I woke up jet lagged super early. I was just sitting on the front by myself, drinking a beer, because I'd been up since like 3 in the morning. And just like fucking felt like it was 3 p.m. just like drinking a beer at like 9 a.m. or something. And I'm just sitting on the wall and I hear a skateboard, and we're like staying on this fucking pretty proper hill. The hotel's just like, the driveway is just like this. And sure enough, 8 in the morning, Jake. And I'm just like, wow, what the fuck, dude? He's going pretty fast, man. And whatever, just like tripping out, like, oh, there goes Jake. Who knows where he's going to go from there? Like, who knows how far it went and how long he was going to get stuck down there, or what zone he was going to find he was stoked on, or whatever. And he comes walking back up like a half hour later, and I'm just like, dude, you're flying. What am I gonna, like, he rolled up, like, dude, you're bombing the hill. So, and like told everyone the story, like once they got down to breakfast, I'm like, dude, Jake's fucking getting after it. I think he went down the hill 2 more times since I'd been sitting there. Really? But yeah, that was fucking badass, dude. It was literally, it's like, that's our guy, like fucking that old, fucking waking up that early, just fucking bombing fucking for breakfast. What a badass. So sick. So Tired, or Tyreed asks, what's up with Slash? Slash is chillin'. That's my buddy, good friend, man of mystery, that's for damn sure. And hopefully we can get some skating out of him soon. But he's healthy, alive, and he's fucking chillin'. Could you explain NS to people who don't know? Yes, I can. NS is an acronym for a very Grom way of living. NS is no standards. So we were just little kids pretty much trying to emulate piss drunks, man. And we skate and skated at the time. We were just a tight crew that fucking want to be piss drunks and just similar mindsets. But we just like were really attracted to like the rock star life and shit. I don't fucking know. What do you even say to that? It was like Ego Mob was like a bunch of skate kids, and NS was like now the party years, you know, like just being party kids or whatever the fuck. And it's the shit, dude. NS is a family now. Like, we're just all adults with fucking a bunch of shitty tattoos that we regret. And maybe not everybody, but I got a couple, that's for sure. But yeah, NS for life. Still from Tired, who I'm also wondering who this person is. But yeah, who the hell is this? Best Richie Belton story. Richie fucking was sober and rode a bike for a long time. So he was really sweaty and was going, just looked like he was just all strung out. Got arrested because the cop thought he was on meth. He was completely sober. He like literally got to the liquor store to get his first beer of the day. He was so bent out of shape about it, went to jail for it, whatever. And then like Baca came into town like the next day, and the Simpsons movie premiered at the Regal next to the skate shop. So we all like got tickets to go to the fucking Simpsons premiere. Me, Richie, and Baca like had like $5 to our name. And we're like, oh, go get a bottle of whiskey so we can drink it while we watch the Simpsons movie or whatever. And Baca like got a bottle of brandy because it was like $3 cheaper than the bottle of whiskey we wanted. And like, it's like, dude, who the fuck wants to drink brandy, dude? Like, so whatever. I'm not gonna get into too much detail what Baca did, but we got in the movie theater and he fucking got kicked out of the movie theater for multiple things, and we're just sitting there like, we're gonna finish the movie, dude. And we get outside and Baca's just like trying to like break the fucking movie theater window to get, like, he thought he lost his wallet or something, and we're like walking out of the movie premiere or whatever. And I'll never forget, we're walking out and Richie is so pissed because the cops let Baca leave, and he's like, cool. So this guy can fucking piss on the seats inside and smoke cigarettes and try to break windows. I get arrested for fucking riding my bike sober to the liquor store. And Baca just gets let go. And he's like, the whole walk is just like, how are you not in jail? Baca's, we're like, whatever, fool. We're good. I'll never forget that story. That's one of my favorite stories. Richie went to jail for being sober on a bike. Baca did everything you could do wrong and didn't go to jail. What is in your current rotation musically, and what's your favorite record in your collection? Right now is heavy Van Halen because of the current circumstances. Before that, I was listening to a lot of the Heavy 12s, which is not probably what you guys would expect me to listen to, but it's pretty sick. You guys should listen to it. Dude used to work for 4-in-1, he's the man. My favorite record in my collection is definitely a Fresh Blueberry Pancake album called Heavy. Still don't know how I have that. You guys should definitely check that one out. Don't use the songs though, whoever's editing, please. We'll keep that one secret. It's good. Well, that was fun. I still don't know who Dipsmith was, but you better reveal yourself. Thanks for the questions, and we're over and out. That's the end of that.
That real live shit.